1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out there in Banjo Land, Mike Heading here. Today I've got a bluegrass solo for the classic gospel tune, What a Friend We Have in Jesus, in the key of G. This is a great song to work on adapting a melody with some longer notes to kind of a bluegrass style roll, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to break down both solos. I got a solos for the verse and the chorus. I'm going to break the whole thing down and then show you a bunch of backup stuff you can do on this song. Alright, here's What a Friend We Have in Jesus in the key of G. Alright, so let me play the first three measures of What a Friend We Have in Jesus. I'm just playing it in the key of G, but you could easily put your capo on if you want to sing it in a different key. But I just did it in the jam-friendly key of G. So here we go, let me play it and then I'll break it down. One more time. Okay, so we're going to start with a pickup on the end of beat 1, and I'm going to hit the open 3rd string with my index finger of my right hand. So, best advice is, I always say, is count beat 1, especially when you're just starting out. So, 1, and then we're going to play on the and. So, 1, and then we're going to do an open 2 hammer-on the 4th string. So I'm doing that with my thumb of my right hand and my middle finger of my left hand. And my best advice on that one is don't do it too fast. So it's an 8th note. 2 and then we're going to hit the open 3rd string. And then we're going to pinch the 1st and 2nd strings. And those are all quarter notes. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Let's do just the right hand. So we're going index, thumb, thumb, and then index, middle, pinch. So it's 1. That's without the left hand. 1. So let's add the left hand back. Don't let that hammer-on throw you off. 1. Let's do that one more time. And if that hammer-on's really throwing you off, one thing you could do is just play an open 4th string. That'd be a little bit easier. The other thing you can do is take out that first offbeat pickup note. You know, if that little index is throwing you off, you could just count beat 1 itself. 1. But that offbeat pickup gives it just a little bit more flavor. It's a little bit more advanced. It's kind of a cool little technique. So, one more time. 1. So we're pinching that open 1st and 2nd string on beat 4. That's going to give us our left hand time to get up to the 2nd and 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and we're going to do a 2-3 hammer-on. So I'm doing, with my right hand, I'm doing thumb middle there, so that's 1 and. So I'm lining that hammer-on up. One more time. 1 and then I'm going to keep my 2nd finger down. I'm going to go up to the 5th string, and I'm going to do 2 forward rolls. 5, 2, 1. And then I'm going to do that same 5, 2, 1 roll again, except this time I'm going to put my 1st finger down on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So it sounds like this. One more time. So keep your right hand moving there. So I'm starting out with my thumb. I'm going thumb middle. And then I'm doing T-I-M, T-I-M. You could loop that roll. It's a good one to practice. It's also good practice for adding that 1st finger, you know, and not letting your right hand get thrown off. So you'll see that 1st finger added at different times in other songs. So something like. So you could add it earlier, you could add it at the end like we're doing on this song. That's a really good practice, is again, practice adding your 1st finger on that 2nd fret of the 1st string, and the goal is to not have your right hand be thrown off there. So one more time. Okay, now we're actually going to take our left hand, our 1st finger off, And we're going to do that same roll, 5, 2, 1, one more time. And then we're going to take our second finger off and actually do that same roll one more time. And then we're going to go down to the third string with our thumb of our right hand and hit open third string, and then open first string. So measure 3 is pretty easy. It's just 2 forward rolls. Start with your third fret on the second string down. Then you take it off. And then you hit open third string and open second string. It's really good practice finding all those different strings. So let's put 2 and 3 together, and then we'll put all 3 of them together. So here's 2 and 3. One more time. So really important, keep your right hand moving there, and the melody there is. One more time, so. Notice how we're filling that up with the roll. We're not playing that melody note for note. We're filling that up with the roll. So let's put 1, 2, and 3 together. Here we go. 1. So you're going to use that open third string and first string. We're going to go into a C chord and measure 4. So let me play measure 4. So it might not look at first glance, it might look like you can just put your second finger down on that second fret of the first string, but we need to go into our full C chord here because those other notes are going to ring out. Otherwise it's going to kind of sound like an E minor if you just put that one note down, because those sympathetic strings are actually going to vibrate a little bit. So we need to have that first fret down. Go into your full C chord there. It's going to help it sound a little bit better, especially when you're playing it by yourself. So, doesn't look like it at first glance, remember, when you go into measure 4, but go into your full C chord. So, you're going to use your open strings there. We're going to play beat 1 as a quarter note. That's going to give us time to get our C down. And then we're going to go up to the 5th string and do 2 forward rolls. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So I did T-I-M twice. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Give beat 1 plenty of time. It's a quarter note. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So I'm starting measure 4 with my thumb, and that's going to give me time to play that pause. So I'm going thumb, and then I'm bringing my thumb up again and doing T-I-M. Okay, and then measure 5, we're going to do a forward reverse roll on the C chord. So we're going to start with an open 2 hammer-on. So I'm doing T-I-M there, strings 4, 3, 1. Then I'm going to hit the 5th string. Then I'm going to go backwards, strings 1, 3, 4, 1. It's standard forward reverse roll on a C chord. Don't let that hammer-on throw you off. Practice it without the hammer-on if it's giving you trouble. You know, there's no pause in that right hand. Don't let that hammer-on slow your right hand down. Okay, so let's do 4 and 5 together. So again, get your C down. So the melody there is 2 open third strings. And then the second fret on the 4th string. So again, the melody is kind of a long note there, but we're filling that up with a roll. So again, we're not playing note for note melody 100% here. We're kind of implying that using bluegrass rolls. So you can kind of accent that 4th string on that roll in measure 5. I think that helps. So one more time, here's 4 and 5. Okay, now measure 6.